My name is Charles Tran, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Novice Builder.
Today, I'm excited to share how I built my own cement driveway. Here's an image of what the area looks like before I began the project. And here's the image of what my cement driveway will look like once it's completed. I started by measuring the driveway area to calculate how much concrete I'll need. My goal is to complete this driveway and eventually connect it to the new house I plan to build. First, I sketch my driveway design onto aerial drone footage to better visualize how it will look. This helps me see my ideas more clearly and refine the design before starting the actual work. I'll build the driveway in segments, beginning with a 9.5 by 10 foot section and continuing until all 6 sections are complete. First, forming a concrete driveway with wood is important because it provides reliable shape and support during curing, is cost-effective and easy to work with, enhances stability, reduces material wastage, and helps maintain optimal moisture levels for achieving strength and durability. To grade your concrete driveway, it's important to consider both the slope and the dimensions. Here's how to approach it. Begin by determining the highest point of your driveway area. A common slope for drainage is about 1 to 2%. This means for every 100 feet, the driveway should drop 1 to 2 feet. For a shorter length like yours, a 1% slope would work well. Next, identify the lowest point where you want the water to drain. Mark these points with wooden stakes to outline your grading plan. Attach a string between the stakes to create a guide for your slope. Forming the driveway and grading the slope correctly will help ensure that water drains away effectively. Next, consider usage. Determine if the driveway will bear heavy loads, frequent traffic, or livestock to choose the right slab design. Note, when pouring concrete by yourself or with minimal assistance, avoid pouring the entire slab at once. Instead, start in smaller sections. Then, prepare the site, level and compact the ground, add an aggregate subbase and gravel for support and drainage. Let's quickly break down the importance of an aggregate base for your driveway. It's a layer of crushed stone, gravel, or recycled concrete that sits underneath the cement slab. Why? Simple. It makes the driveway stronger, smoother, and longer lasting. Here's what it does. Drains water so you don't get cracks or frost damage. Spreads weight evenly to avoid sinking or uneven spots. Keeps things stable so the concrete stays solid and doesn't shift or crack over time. Also, thickness matters. For walkways and patios, a 4-inch slab is typically sufficient. For heavier use, aim for 5 to 6 inches. Lastly, reinforcement. Use rebar, steel welded wire fabric, fibers, or FRP bars to strengthen the concrete. When laying rebar, make sure it's spaced 2 to 3 feet apart and place each rebar chair about 1 to 2 inches above the ground. Also, when you're framing, make a notch to hold the rebar in place. Do not drill a hole. After planning, I consulted with concrete contractors to get their pricing. Here's the quote they provided. The first contractor estimated $10,400 and the second quoted $9,850, both covering materials and labor for the project. Way too much. By taking on the project myself, I spent just $2,855 on materials and labor. The best part? I ended up saving a massive $7,270 compared to the contractor's prices. After planning, measuring, and comparing the contractor quotes against doing it myself, I'm ready to dive into the project, starting with making sure safety comes first. These are the materials and tools I will be needing. Concrete mixer, gravel, rebar, wooden forms, screed board, bull float, edging tool, trowel, wheelbarrow, compactor, shovel, pickaxe. Disclaimer: I'm not a professional, just a DIY enthusiast known as the Novice Builder. I'm sharing my personal experiences and insights from my own construction project. For professional advice or expert guidance, please consult a qualified professional. My content is meant to share what I've learned about concrete pouring and construction, not to replace professional expertise.
So I'm doing this driveway here, and it's gonna take me a lot of work, but currently I'm going out to put the rebar, grade that from that point, high point, down to the low point right here, and see how it goes. All right, so today I'm just going to tell you that I'm going to start working on the construction of my driveway. So what I'm going to do is, since I bought this land here, I got this driveway. I'm going to start off by using the tube string I have here. These are called the string. From one corner, I put the string on the other corner. There. After that, I'm going to level this out, cut down about 4" on this area, and then after that, I'm going to start measuring on both sides. Both sides will have a 2x4 forming. It's called forming from left side and right side.
Ensure that both sides are evenly leveled. Leveling driveway cement ensures a smooth surface, enhancing durability, preventing drainage issues, improving safety, and providing a polished appearance.
See, this is leveled. Start digging.
A pickaxe is essential for breaking hard ground, removing rocks, and digging trenches. Its pointed end penetrates tough soil or concrete, while the flat end levels or breaks larger materials, making it useful for excavation, landscaping, and preparing construction sites like driveways.
All right, after an hour later, I redid this whole thing again. I had to shave this all down to the other side. Keep in mind, I'm going below this pavement, 4". So that's what I'm gonna do here. And on that side, same thing. All right, so here we go. I've softened up the foundation, trying to loosen up the gravel so that I can pretty much level this. So this is what I'm doing right now. What I use to soften up the gravel is this thing here. It's a digger. So what I do is I turn this around. Wherever the level, I was leveling this. What I'm doing now is just trying to make this all even. All right, so we're compacting this.
Compacting is vital for building a cement driveway as it strengthens the base, prevents settling or cracking, and ensures a durable, smooth surface.
Now, we finished compacting. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put rebars. We put rebars in the chair. It's called the rebar chair. Now it's gonna look. This is the rebar. This is the rebar. Right here. And the one we're using is the chair. This is the chair. Okay, that's the chair.
Chairs are supports used to hold rebar at the correct height within a concrete slab or structure during the pouring process.
Okay, so now we're almost done. All we're gonna get ready now is to start pouring. What we did was we stomped, which is compact. Then we did the rebar. Then we tie those rebar with the rebar ties, metal ties, and also we did the rebar chairs. This is how the rebar chairs look like. That's a rebar chair right there. That little critter right there. Everywhere we're trying to put them all in. It has to be about 1 inch off from the floor. Okay. So far, so good. And I want to say one thing. You need to make sure you backfill this side up and cover those dirt up right there. Those areas there, once you cover those dirt, then you can pour it so the cement doesn't seep out or fall out. So cover the dirt So I'm gonna put some more dirt on this side here. We're gonna cover it up. All right, now we're ready. We put everything in place and we're touching up everything before we start pouring. Here goes.
Before pouring the cement, ensure that all measurements are accurate.
It pours the cement. This is a game changer right here. This is my portable cement truck right here.
There are two types of cement mixers, the mud mixer and the concrete mixer. I prefer the portable mud mixer over the manual or older cement mixers because it's faster, more efficient, and delivers a consistent, high-quality mix. It also requires much less physical effort, is easy to move around, and can handle larger batches, perfect for both small and big projects. Cement goes into this square intake. Note, no water is poured in here. This is where your cement is being mixed. Hook up water hose here. A cement mixer is crucial for building a driveway as it ensures even mixing, speeds up the process, reduces labor, and results in a stronger, smoother surface. Use a shovel to distribute the cement. Use screedboard or bull float. In the process of building a cement driveway, screedboards are used to level and distribute the freshly poured concrete evenly, while bull floats smooth the surface by pushing down aggregates and bringing up the cement paste for proper curing, ensuring a flat, durable, and visually appealing finish.
To do the bull float so that I can even out those the surface. So I have to do it a few times so to smoothen it. Okay. Now it's time to do the edger. So this is the edger here. So what you want to do with the edger is around the edge of the cement. Okay, you want to be able to make a line. So this is how you do it. So make sure your edger is not dirty, right? And then just go through this like this.
Let the concrete set for 24 to 48 hours before walking on it and 7 days before driving. Keep it damp for a few days to prevent cracking. Once set, remove the wood forms, and after it's fully cured, about 28 days, apply a sealer to protect it. And there you have it. After curing and sealing, our cement driveway is all finished. You can see that smooth, even texture. And if you opted for any patterns, they've really come to life. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out my upcoming project and videos.